recruitment process consists of a couple of different stages. A candidate can apply through LinkedIn Advert, Careers, and we do have our internal referral program as well. So right after we receiving the CVs, we review their skills, qualification, and experience. And then moving from there, we have the HR phone screening with candidates who are shortlisted. This is where the HR get to know the candidates as well as we get the details whether the candidate is fit into the role or not. This is an opportunity for you to know Corzent through the recruiter relationship.
Now that we're done with the HR stuff, let's move on to the more techie part of the interview process. Let me take you through what a typical interview process with us is like. So we usually start off with a screening call that might happen maybe about a week before the actual technical interview happens. During the screening call, we just try to understand your basics, like how good are you with your basics and like where you're from, what your technology stack is like and things like that. So it's a 15-minute call, 10 to 15-minute call where we try to cover a lot of the basics basically. And after that, what we will do is we will have a proper tech interview. The tech interview will typically run from maybe about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, anywhere between that time range depending on the position. And we try to look at two different things during our interviews. We look for technical skills and critical thinking skills is what we look for. So when we start off, we will ask you to draw like the architecture of any application you want to talk about. And after that, we'll kind of start to dig deep into different areas. We also do interviews, that are sometimes just front-end dedicated or back-end dedicated. We do interviews like that as well. So whatever architecture you draw up is depending on the position and depending on your expertise. And then we start doing a lot of scenario-based questions into the different areas. So the basic skills we try to cover during the screening, and then during the technical interview, it's more about the critical thinking process. What is your approach to solving problems? We're not going to ask you like the very direct questions, like what is encapsulation or what is a Redis cluster or what is Kubernetes. We don't do that. We instead say, how do you use these tools to solve everyday problems? So we'll lay out scenarios and then you can take us through these scenarios. Usually there's no right or wrong answer that we're looking for. It's just the way that you think through problems is more critical to us. That's what we kind of look for. Usually it's a very casual conversation. It's more conversation based than the panel sitting and asking you pointed questions. So it's a very relaxing environment. It's more collaborative as well. So the panel will typically consist of a group of leads. They will kind of take you through step by step through each scenario and just question you on each scenario and see how you're approaching problem solving on each scenario. That's what a typical interview at Corzent is like, a tech interview. We believe it's a nice learning experience for both us and for you, this type of interview process that we have.
When we look at our team at Corzent, we have a variety of skills, characteristics and backgrounds, which is why we believe that culture fit is as important as technical skills. We are a big believers of hire for the attitude and train for the aptitude. If I talk a bit about the cultural interview and how we conduct it, the main thing we are looking at is actually we will be giving a certain situation to our candidates, and we would like to see how he or she respond to those situations, which will give us a good idea about what kind of person this is and whether this person is actually a good fit to our existing team as well as the customer and customer's team. We already have a good team. We believe in the same thing. We followed the hiring process and we secured a very, very good team. We believe as a team, it is our responsibility that we hire more good people for the team to continue the culture integration with the rest of the team. One of the success factors we have is that we have a really good cultural integration with our customers and their teams. So it is actually put even more emphasis, importance and the pressure to us to hire good people. At Corzent, we take a quality time to do an in-depth cultural interview because we want you to succeed and grow with us.
Congratulations to being in the final stages. After all of these stages, it must be exhilarating to come back and talk to us. In this stage, we would like to introduce to you about the offer That includes the remuneration and other benefits, including medical benefits and health insurance. In this final stage, we'll work together as a team to figure out what's best for you.